What up, YouTube? It's your boy Charles Enoch. You already know we back with another Invest in Myself episode. Roll the intro. So you already know, before we get started, your boy got to do the YouTube thing. So my personal goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I know it's a crazy goal, but it's my goal. So let's make this thing happen. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and take a little bit of time, hit that subscribe button for me. Also, hit the like button for me as well, and leave a comment down below. I appreciate anybody that does do all these things because it helps me reach a higher audience base. Appreciate the love in advance. So you already know, I gotta say it, man. Shout out to the KU basketball team, the national champs. We haven't won it since 2008. I'm personally the class of 2013. So go Jayhawks. All right, so anyways, today I actually wanted to go through another scenario on how to pay off your mortgage using a credit card in half the time. So just to recap off of last video, what we're pretty much doing is getting a credit card that is offering a 0% balance transfer for between 12 to, let's say, 16 months. We then will take off whatever amount you can pay off between 12 to 15 months of the balance transfer on the credit card and make a chunk payment to our mortgage. So how we would figure out what you would want to pull out of your balance transfer to make your chunk payment, how much you can pay off, is whatever your cash flow is. So for example, let's say that you bring in $3,000 and your expenses are $2,500. That means your cash flow is $500. So if we times 500 by 12, that would be $6,000. So that means you would make a $6,000 chunk payment in your cash flow every month. You would put that onto the credit card and it would pay it off within those 12 months. So what I've learned, most credit cards offer that 0% interest balance transfer for 12 to 15 months about every single year around the same time. So when you're done paying off your credit card, a lot of times you'll see that promotion pops up again and you're able just to reuse that same credit card. Now, for some reason, if that promotion doesn't happen next year, what you can simply do is go ahead, apply for another credit card that is offering that promotion. So for those that didn't see the last video, I'll have it in the link below. And I know this can be confusing, but you already know we're gonna break out the mortgage debt calculator and we're gonna apply this velocity banking strategy to pay our mortgage in half and see what that looks like. Let's go.
Hey everybody, so I got the mortgage payoff calculator up. So I wanted to do an example of maybe an individual in the Midwest region and try to use those house price amounts here. So we're going to have a total amount of 200,000. Let's say it's a starter home in the Midwest, or depending on the area, you know, maybe a pretty decent house here. We're going to say that the interest rate is about 5%. I think that's what it is during today's date here is around that 5%. We'll do 30 years fixed rate mortgage. It looks like the payment's going to be $1,000 a month here, 360 months of payments. The total interest we would pay if we were just able to pay the minimum payment every single month, it looks like a little over $185,000. So let's kind of set the scene. Let's say this individual, say they make $4,000 a month and their expenses are $3,500. So they're going to have a cash flow of $500. Let's say that they got a credit card, they got a balance, 0% balance transfer, interest free for let's say 16 months, but they're only going to use 12 months of it here. So to make the math that just makes the math easy here. So 500 times 12, that'll be about $6,000 here. So we're going to say that they did a balance transfer of $6,000. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that right here for payment number one. They're going to pay an extra $6,000. Now we want to see the number of payments that actually go down. So right now it's at 360, and the total interest a little over 185. So let's see when we put that in what happens here. So boom, we see that it goes down to 337. So what's that, about 23, 24 months, so about 2 years slash in regards to payments here by doing that one chunk payment. It looks like the interest went down to 167. Let's round that up to about 20,000 that we saved for that one chunk payment here. So it's going to take them 12 months to get that paid off with the extra cash flow that they have of 500. So we're going to go down by 12 months here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so let's put another 6,000 in. Remember, we're looking 337 for payments, 167 interest. Let's see how much that slashes by here. So we have 316. So that's about 21 months here. So about a year, year and a half and some change there. And it looks like it went down to 150K, 151. So we'll say about 16,000 that we saved for that second chunk payment. Now you can see if you started initially at the first payment, that first chunk is going to take a lot more interest than the later chunk. So the later that you chunk into your mortgage, the less interest that you're going to save. So, you know, it is wise if you do have that mortgage, you know, 1 or 2 years in, that's when you're going to pretty much save the most interest. So let's go down another 12 months to see how much we save. Let's do another example here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's put that 6,000 in there. So we'll take a look, 316 for the actual number of payments now, and total interest 151. So let's put that here. Let's enter that in. So we went down to 298. So that's about, let's say, 18 months here. So that's a year and a half basically that we deleted off of the mortgage by using that chunk here, right? And it looks like we saved about $13,000 for that particular chunk. So again, it is the interest that we're saving is lower and lower the deeper that we get into the mortgage. So remember, with the credit cards here, if you do find that credit card that is going to have that promotion every single year, that's great. If you don't, you can always apply for another credit card that's offering those 0% balance transfers. And they're pretty easy to find here, right? So what we're going to do, we're just going to go down to see how many payments we're going to have to make total here. And we should pay off in about half the time. So let's go here. Let's see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's put another 6,000 in there. Boom, we see it go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put another 6,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's put another 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see, another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another $6,000 chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks like we are done on payment 180. And we see that scheduled payment is 360, so that is exactly half the time. Yeah, the scenario is more of a perfect scenario. But hey, if you guys do have any examples that you want, go ahead and email me. I'll have the email in the description, and we can go over your particular example and use some more truer numbers instead of having a perfect example of paying it off in half the time. So one thing that we always want to remember when you're doing this velocity banking style, cash flow, consistent cash flow is important. If you don't have consistent cash flow where you know that you're not getting $500 every month, it's kind of off and on, this may not be the strategy for you. So just keep that in your mind that cash flow is important, consistent cash flow. If you know that, this isn't a consistent cash flow, you may want to go lower. Instead of saying $500 every month, maybe it's only $200. And maybe you need to start doing $3,000 chunk payments for the year. So just remember that when we're doing this strategy. But this is a good way to pay off that high interest rate mortgage, since interest rates are going up and up and up. They're saying that it's even going to go up even more this year. So who knows where it's going to stop. But using that strategy, or using this strategy, you can definitely save a lot in interest if you are still trying to buy a house in this market here. Velocity banking is a very good tool to pay that off and pay it down. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit that like button and also leave a comment as well. I appreciate everybody that does those things. So I'll be in Kansas next week, so I probably won't have a video up, but I will see you guys the weekend after that with a new video. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend this week and a good weekend next week. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.